Hello everybody, I am back for another makeup-free and unfiltered and relatively unqualified flower tutorial. Mother's Day is next weekend, so I wanted to hop on and make a quick video about how you can leverage Trader Joe's flowers to make very, very inexpensive bouquets. So let's dive right in. First things first, I like to arrange my flowers in hand, which means I will be kind of designing my bouquet in my left hand and pulling flowers with my right. So the first thing I do is set all of my flowers out so that they're easy to grab and arrange. I have a set of hydrangeas, a dozen white roses, and 2 packs of pink filler flowers. You really can use anything you like. If blue goes a little bit better with your decor or purple goes better with your decor, choose whatever you like. This is just going to be kind of what brings the bouquet together. Then I like to add just a touch of green. For this bouquet, I have a couple of different types of eucalyptus and we'll kind of see where things go. So I am going to start with the roses. We want to prune these really well, but don't clip the ends because I'm not really sure what vase we're going to use yet. So let's leave all of the flowers at the regular length until the very, very end when we know how kind of fat the floral bouquet is. I do like to kind of prune the roses before I get started, pulling off any thorns. You can also take off these little guard flowers. So if you find a bouquet of flowers, maybe in a clearance bin, and the only thing wrong with it is these outside flowers are a little bit brown, go ahead and grab them. These can be pulled off very, very easily and you're left with a beautiful and flawless flower there. You're also going to want to make sure that you take off a lot of these leaves. You don't want leaves hanging in your floral bouquet in the water. You want to clear all of those out. So make sure you clear the leaves up above water level before you put this into your vase. You can see that I use my Trader Joe's bags to kind of lay everything out on. It makes it very easy for cleanup. You just roll up all of your discarded parts and toss it away. So it makes it really, really easy. Okay, I like to start with a little bit of filler with my bouquets. That way I can start flanking some of these flowers around. And you'll see kind of as we get going here that this works out really, really nicely to separate kind of your main flowers in your bouquet. That filler is a really nice way to kind of create some separation and dimension. So definitely make sure that you kind of kick off your arrangement with some of this filler flower, and that's going to make the difference of what looks like a professional bouquet and what looks like a bouquet where you unwrapped the plastic and plunked everything in a vase. So let's go ahead and just start arranging here. Same with these hydrangeas. Make sure that you pull these leaves off so they do not touch the water. One lady on TikTok said that, so it must be true. So let's go ahead and go with that. Hydrangeas are super finicky, so I am willing to take anybody's advice on the hydrangea front. So I don't know what everybody is doing for Mother's Day. I hope you have something nice planned. I have found that my preferences for Mother's Day have changed a lot. I don't know if it changes with the number of kids that you have or if it has changed with the pandemic, but I've definitely come a long way. I can remember when I had my first son, I wanted to be completely pampered for Mother's Day. I wanted a store-bought gift. And, I wanted a nice brunch at a fancy restaurant, and now I don't. I really would just really like to take a hot shower without having to simultaneously open somebody's fruit snacks, and maybe to have my husband sleep in the guest room so I can have the bed all to myself. So simplicity is becoming a real thing in my house these days. I don't know about all of you. I know some people are probably hosting Mother's Day brunch at their home. Good luck with that. These flowers can be given lovingly, sarcastically, passive-aggressively, really, whatever's in your heart. Go ahead and go with that. All right, let's keep clearing off these leaves. You can see that this is coming together really beautifully. I'm kind of using those hydrangeas to flank the rest of the bouquet. And this is a really nice way to just kind of take a look all around your arrangement, kind of see where you need a little bit extra, and think about what kind of vase you're using as well. If you are wanting this to be a centerpiece, obviously you're going to want your arrangement to be kind of equal all the way around, a nice round arrangement. If this is going to go in maybe a bay window, or you're wrapping it back up in paper to give as a gift, you may not need to do that quite as much, and you can kind of pull your flowers upward to make it the focal point. So kind of keep that in mind as you are creating your arrangement. These little pink flowers are working out really beautifully. This kind of gives it a very romantic touch here. And then I will put in all of my filler at the end. I really like to see how my bouquet falls. You know, when you put your bouquet in a vase, sometimes flowers sort of fall outward to the sides. And the filler can be really, really key in making it fit a lot better in your vase. So, you know, maybe have a little bit of extra filler on hand, or some of this nice greenery. And that's really going to help you if your flowers fall all over the place. So, pro tip. Having a little bit of wine as per usual. My kids are off at sports today, so we get a moment of no Wild Kratts theme song in the background, or yelling or wrestling, which is an amazing treat. You can see how this is sort of coming along here. This is really, really gorgeous. A nice romantic bouquet that your spouse can take credit for with his family members. Isn't that nice when they do that? Isn't it annoying when your mother-in-law cries when she receives a card or a gift that you have picked out for her? They have to know, you know, but they get all weepy. My husband kind of looks at me like, oh yeah, I'm getting all the credit for this. It's very, very obnoxious. I don't know if your significant others do that as well. All right, this is actually really coming together gorgeous. You can pop some of these flowers up. I'm going to put this in a window, so I want the focal point of this bouquet to be sort of front, you know, head on. And this is coming together really nicely. This bouquet, without a doubt, would cost $60+ in a, you know, at a florist. So. And you can kind of move some of this filler around. That's what I really love about filler that has a lot of different sprouts up at the top, is you can kind of twist them in and out between your flowers just to make that bouquet look even more filled in. Take a look at that. That looks amazing. I've got a couple more roses I can pop down in the front here. And we are just about finished. So now at this point, we can see which type of vase based on the bottom of, or the width of our flowers. So I'm gonna go probably with a vase about this height. So we can now see how much we need to cut off of the bottom here, which is not too much, almost to this rose right here. So we're gonna cut these up at an angle. Now that oh, I forgot scissors. 1 second. Oh, no, I did not. I did not forget scissors. All right, everybody rejoice. I did not forget scissors. So we're going to cut all of these even now at an angle. And one thing, a little pro tip here on these hydrangeas, is they need a ton of water. And I've seen different tips about you can throw them in boiling water, or you can flip them upside down. I have not really tested those theories out. However, I do have a little hydrangea tip, and that is, once you have cut your hydrangea stems at an angle, you want to kind of smash them so that they can absorb even more water up through the stem. But that said, Hydrangeas get most of their water through the flower. So a great way to keep your hydrangeas alive for a long time is to get just a little spray bottle, fill it with water, and then give them a spritz daily, like a good spritz. And that will help keep them alive. So we are going to use, I have just a little mallet here, and we're going to use that to, without totally destroying our flowers, we're just gonna give those a little crunch like that so that it can get the maximum amount of moisture up into the stem. There we go. Perfect. So we are going to add our bouquet here, and of course these are going to fall just a tad, but that's okay because like I said, we have our filler that we still need to put in here. So here we go. We're just gonna move these around, give them a little bit of space, rearrange some of these roses, and then we're going to add our filler. Now, I'm on the fence. I have kind of these droopy ones that I think are really fun. And I also have these really old sprigs of eucalyptus, like incredibly crunchy. So what I might do is just do kind of this nice drapey one because this did end up with more gaps than I expected. So I'm going to fix that problem by just kind of moving some of this really beautiful eucalyptus throughout the bouquet, cheating a little bit. No one needs to know. All right, and this is where having everything kind of ready and at hand is really, really handy. All right, let's break up some of this pink here. And I can use this to keep my hydrangea pointing forward. And we're getting very close. This is looking amazing. So yeah, head down to Trader Joe's. They've got a bunch of amazing flowers right now. Get in early for Mother's Day. Oh my gosh, it was a nightmare Valentine's Day. Everything got picked over so incredibly quickly. So get down a couple days in advance for Mother's Day. As long as you keep your flowers well hydrated, a little bit of that plant crap in it, you'll be in good shape. Okay, here we go. Easy bouquet, beautifully done for about $20 in 5 minutes. There we go. Hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. Happy arranging, and I hope to see you soon. Bye, everybody.